Hi guys, for my next hunt I'm looking at an old plot which has long been abandoned. Plot 645 on the tithe maps shows that there was a cottage and a garden here, hired out from a local landlord, the lord of the manor, and one named John Jenkin. Mr. John Jenkin used to live here and pay 1 pence, that's 1d old money, to the vicar every year to live and have his cottage here and work this land. I was walking a dog here last year around and I could smell some wild mint. So I looked on the map and I could see some overgrown vegetation, and then going back on the really old maps I could actually find the tithe and there was a cottage here. So I think this is going to make an excellent place for metal detecting, and hopefully we can find some of old Mr. Jenkin's gear and relive a little bit of that history. We are trekking in to find that tithe, and as you can see it's quite overgrown over the years. It has been about 150 years, but still it's a bit of an adventure. Me and Millie, we're looking forward to it. Come on little Mill. Yep, this is definitely it. Give him the map. So there's the plot, the tithe. Interestingly, I've walked about 50 metres to the south and I've come across this little area where there's an old apple tree and a plum tree right next to it. Now seriously, this cannot be a coincidence, because apples and pear trees and plum trees were often planted by the Victorians in their gardens for fruit. So I'm thinking of this little furrow of land which runs between the two is probably the boundary of his back garden. This area is going to warrant some detecting. And I've just dug my first hole. It was a pretty bad signal, like 40s and 50s, but I thought, hey, I'm going to dig it anyway. And I found this, oh, not sure what that is. Yeah, right, some fastener, some kind of fastener, some kind of buckle. Right, I'm going to take that home and clean it up. So guys, next hole, I think I've got my first little button. From the feel of it, there's definitely something on the back. I'll try and look at this. Ooh, 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 let me clean it up. So just a foot or two from the other hole, I found a strange object. I think it's lead, 'cause it's very soft. I'm not sure at all what it is. It's like a little spike made of lead. And in the same hole I found another button, which I am very pleased about because it seems to be in really good condition. No markings on it, but it's definitely in good condition. Happy days. Let's keep going. I found some in here. It looks like a little latch or something. I'm not sure, so I'm going to have to dig a little bit more. It's a lovely day now. It was 3 degrees earlier. I think it must be coming up about 6 or 7 now. Yep. So this lead pot and a nice bracket. I'm not sure what kind of bracket it is, but it's got a hinge on that side, so I'm not sure about that, but maybe some kind of animal bracket, I'm not sure. It's all good though. And my lead pot out of the same hole. Excellent. Next, I'm working up a sweat, keeping warm, because it is quite cold today. I'm trying to clear a bit of the garden area so I can get my detector in here just to have another bash at it. Another hole, and I can see Looks to me like a coin. Now I'm getting excited. Or maybe not. Ooh. Ooh, I think it's a button. I think I can feel a shank on the back of there. Right. Let me give it a clean up. Another hole. And a lovely 2-2 shell. Not sure if I can get a signal on there. Nice zoom. I can't read it. Maybe you can read it. Nice 2-2 shells. I'll take that. Happy days. Yeah, it's a nice big flat button. That's a good one. It's about 2 centimeters across. I don't think I see any markings on it, but oh, that's real sweet. Excellent. I'm sure there's an old story I could relate to, and it came to me, the story of the Bwbach. Now, a Bwbach is a Welsh fairy, a household fairy. Not a nice fairy, but not a nasty fairy, just a very mischievous one. And there was an old farmer in Mighty Onatshire who was tormented out of his mind by a Bwbach who dwelled in his house. He asked a preacher for an exorcism. It didn't work, nothing worked. So he went to see the old wise woman of Dolgellau, and she said to him, all you can do is leave your house, but maybe if you pretended to flit, the Bwbach would leave before you. So Dewi the farmer packed up his family and all his possessions on his cart, and he drove his sheep and his cattle in front of him, and he drove him for a day to Areneg, telling everybody he saw that he was leaving Wales for England. And at the end of the day, he came to a ford, a river crossing, where he came upon an acquaintance who said to him, Dewi, where are you going? And before Dewi could say anything, there became a terrible noise from the back of the cart, and the Bwbach burst open from a milk churn, shouting, my Cymro, my master, is leaving for the Sais. He is leaving for England. And with that, he about turned and went off like a whirlwind back to the house. Dewi was distraught. There was nothing else he could do. He turned his cattle around and he went back to the house where a Bwbach resided. And he remained there until Dewi left. So, not a naughty fairy. Well, not a nasty fairy, but a naughty, mischievous little kite all the same. And that's the story of the Bwbach, the Welsh household fairy. I think there's definitely a spirit here, but it is not a bad spirit. This spirit is just a little bit inquisitive as to what we're doing here. I think I shall tread carefully, for I don't want to give away its secrets, not too many. And with respect, I think he'll probably let me have a few digs here, and I'll leave him at peace. It's my story of the Bwbach, and my feeling of John Jenkin's cottage. Onward with the dig. Let's have a look. It's a piece of wire, but look at that piece of wire. It's been looped around, and it's on the edge of the garden. I think that could have been, in its day, a rabbit trap. You put the bait down and away it goes around the rabbit's neck. Interesting. Not too bad a signal. In the 60s, 70s. I'm not sure. Dime 76. Let's have a look. So this hole, guys, I got this kind of a lid of something. I'm not quite sure what that is, and a little metal strap as well. But some pottery, crockery. I think that's a part of a bowl, obviously a lip of a bowl. There's definitely some cookware and pottery here. And so out of this hole I've got a big old chunk of iron. Not sure what that is. Something to do with the tool, I think. Time for a break. Time for a coffee. My flask was my Christmas present of my son. My youngest son said, "Dad, what shall I get you?" And I said, "Well, give me a flask, but I can have a nice cup of coffee when I'm walking out in the Wales." Oh, black coffee, 3 sugars, thank you very much. So yeah, he got me my coffee, happy days. My flask, he's a good lad. Had a good dig round here, found some stuff, old tools, lots of crockery. I think that Bwbach is playing tricks, the little fairy's playing tricks on my readings on my detector, up and down all the time. Little bugger. It's all a bit of fun on it. I'm enjoying myself. There's no better way to spend a Sunday, I don't think, even if it is a little bit chilly. I'm enjoying myself. Sun on my face, shadows on your eyelids. Some things the money can't buy. Another hole, another treasure. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's a rather big iron hoop, maybe from an outside of a pan or something. I'm not sure. Take it away anyway and clean it up. Thank you very much. So you can see the corner there of the cottage. This is the wall going in. And I had a signal. I dug it out. Big hole. I say it's about over 2 foot deep. Big huge stone on top of it. And the earth is a different colour underneath. You can see, I think I found a fireplace. It should be up against the back wall. Oh guys, I'm so excited. I just dug another hole. I'm on my way out and I found this strange looking tin thing. I do not know what it is. It looks maybe like a lamp of sorts. I'm going to take that home and I'm going to clean that up. I'm very excited for that. Oh, treasure for the day. There's my new little trowel which I picked up today for £2. Happy with that. It's just helped me dig out this faint signal which got larger and larger. And I got a lovely pickaxe head. That is awesome. I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to put a new handle in that, and that's going to be tops for my allotment. Happy days. Well, I believe it's an Irish 2p coin from 1971. Someone's been through this way. I'll take that. So here's just some of the scrap, really rubbish I pulled out. An assortment of tools, metal, iron. It's good to have dug here. I feel good, but I think now, there's the old front over there, I think now is the time to leave. We've done this place service, and it's time to pay that respect and leave quietly. Maybe come back in the future sometime. John Jenkin, thank you. Making my way out slowly next to the apple and pear tree. I think it's time for another cuppa. Last cuppa of the day. Forgive the hair. Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna have a dig around here and see what it brings on the way out. It's been a good day. Thanks for watching.